Hi, I'm Shannon from Chip Theory Games, and today I'm going to be giving you a sneak peek at the Interns, which is our new add-on character for Too Many Bones. The Interns have just escaped the Gearloc Council Internship Program. Before we get started, I want to let you know that everything you're seeing are prototype components, and we are still in playtesting stages, so mechanics could change before the final product. The Interns consist of 4 separate characters: Slank, Helix, Flan, and Gerbil. So you'll get 4 neoprene mats with them, and you'll notice they still have stats like normal, but they only have 3 backup plans and 4 spaces for skills. At the beginning of each adventure, you'll choose 2 of the 4 interns to start out with, and the other 2 you won't have access to until you've unlocked them. Regardless of how many interns you have unlocked, only 1 will be active or tagged in at a time. Each intern comes with its own stat die, which means at the start of the adventure you only have 2 stat dice to increase your stats with, and you're going to have to unlock the additional interns to get their stat dice, which will let you increase the other stats. The way that you'll unlock your other 2 interns is through your innate +1. With these Gearlocs, you only need 4 bones instead of 6. You can turn those in to gain access to a new intern right away, and you can use that innate +1 twice to get both interns. I've switched to our old prototype neoprene mats for this next part just to demonstrate, so they do look a bit differently. But I do want to talk to you about tagging in and out, and that is how you change which intern you're using in a battle. All you have to do is on your turn, you declare that you're going to tag out at the end of the round. And then regardless of whether that intern gets KO'd or not, you'll be able to tag the next intern in. You will take the same spot on the initiative meter and on the battle mat. And then because the interns share all of their skills, you can switch their dice just by laying the new one on top and pushing it in, and all of the dice will transfer to the new mat really easily. Just like with any other Gearloc, when you get a training point, you can spend it to either increase one of your stats. Of course, you can't increase a stat if you don't have a stat die for that slot. Or you can use a training point to gain a skill. And you'll notice that the intern skill slots are not labeled. You can get any skill to put in there. Each intern specializes in one skill. So these would be Slank's dice that he specializes in. However, you can't just train any of these. You have to start with the first one, and when you use another training point, you can swap it out for the next one, and then swap it out for the third. All 3 of Slank's dice do the same thing, but as you get further along in the skill line, you'll have fewer occurrences of bones and fewer occurrences of a rend, which I'll talk about in a moment. Now, Slank does not have to train just his skills. Any of the interns can get any of their skills. So even though I'm playing Slank, I could grab Gerbil's first die and even train that up to Gerbil's second die. It's important which intern you use which skills with. If an intern uses one of their own skills, then instead of it being exhausted, it'll actually go back to their skill mat. Whereas if Slank uses one of Gerbil's skills, it will be exhausted when it's used. As well, some of the sides have this rend symbol, which I just discussed. If you use that side of a die, instead of it being exhausted, it's returned to your storage tray, and you'll have to train that skill again. There's also a 5th line of skills that don't match any of the interns, and that is where their consumable is as well. Because of your ability to tag interns in and out, at the end of a battle, you might have several interns down in health or even knocked out. When you go into the rest and recovery phase, every intern that's been knocked out will automatically get a health chip back. But if you choose to rest and recover your interns, only one of your interns gets to heal back up to full, not all of them. So you might go into the next battle with some of your interns being weaker than others. I hope you've enjoyed this sneak peek on the interns. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.